Hi MediaWise fans. I don't know about your Insta feeds, but I've been seeing a lot of posts about Chick-fil-A and an anti-gay bill in Uganda, like this one. If you're not familiar with the story, there have been a ton of claims that Chick-fil-A funds an organization that urged Uganda to pass a bill that would make it legal to kill members of the LGBTQ community. First things first, who's behind this info? This post came from an account called A Girl Has No President, and if you couldn't tell by the name, this account is strongly left-leaning, so that's one thing to consider. Let's dive into the rest of the post. There are 3 claims here. 1. Did Uganda announce a bill that would make it legal to kill gay people? 2. Did the National Christian Foundation pay a preacher to go to Uganda to help with this bill? And 3. Does Chick-fil-A fund the National Christian Foundation? According to Reuters, Uganda did announce plans to revive a failed 2014 bill that would make homosexuality punishable by death. The article states that the bill was nullified 5 years ago on a technicality. According to PolitiFact, some Ugandan officials have discussed reviving the bill this year, which likely drove this viral claim. So, for claim number 1, this bill is not currently in practice. Uganda attempted to pass this bill in 2014, and there is talk of reviving it. On to claim number 2. According to PolitiFact's reporting, it is true that a preacher went to Uganda around the same time the bill was being debated, but according to PolitiFact's reporting, there's no evidence the preacher helped craft this bill. In an article from the New York Times, the preacher condemned the penalties proposed in the bill and said that his ministry could not support it. However, he did praise the country's courage and righteousness for promoting the bill while he was in Uganda. So the second claim doesn't check out. There was a preacher in Uganda with anti-gay views, but he was not sent there to help craft this bill. On to the third and probably most confusing part of the story. Is Chick-fil-A giving money to the National Christian Foundation? According to Snopes' reporting, Chick-fil-A's founders Jeanette and Turret Cathy, who died in 2014 and 2015 respectively, started the WinShape Foundation, which regularly gives money to Christian and conservative groups, and it is still closely connected with Chick-fil-A. Snopes and PolitiFact both pored over legal tax documents and found that WinShape hasn't given anything to the NCF in recent years. But WinShape did give $240,000 in 2009 and $247,500 in both 2010 and 2011 to the NCF. WinShape didn't comment on the tax returns. The Chick-fil-A Foundation, however, released this statement. Chick-fil-A has not supported legislative campaigns of any kind in Uganda. Swipe up for the full PolitiFact story. So, just to recap, a Ugandan government minister did announce intentions to make homosexuality punishable by death. A preacher did not help craft this legislation, and the WinShape Foundation, started by Chick-fil-A's founders, has funded the National Christian Foundation in the past, but is not. It's safe to say that this post needs a whole lot of context. But remember, if you ever think anything is sus on social, tag us at MediaWise to get it fact-checked.